Arts and culture. Who here is familiar with UK art and culture especially? Anyone into literature or not really? Of course, only one girl, one guy. Okay. Business and finance, management and politics is huge. This is, I think, what is the most important other than the literature because of the history behind England. You've got the literature, but you've also got London. London is the center of finance of the world now. It used to be New York, now it's London. So this is probably a really good place to either get your business course done, your finance course done, or your culture or politics, especially because of the world government, all the embassies, all the international organizations. London is a powerhouse for all these institutions. So this is something that would look really good on your CV or would look good on your transcript, of course, or even just for yourself, for self-enrichment. The, again, natural mathematical science. Is anyone here into the hard sciences or not really? Hard sciences? Hard. Engineering? Okay. With the engineering, again, summer courses are going to be introductory or intermediate, whereas the other classes are going to be mostly introductory. When it becomes into more of a hard science, more of a technical program, you will have a lot more intermediate programs versus just introductory or both. They'll be mainly intermediate for those classes. Anyone into human rights law, politics? Okay. Again, a lot of the institutions like Amnesty International, all these organizations, a lot of them are based mostly in England. And this is an opportunity for you perhaps to visit there during part of your course, as an example. You'd even be able to put that on your CV. This is something that would help definitely when you come back home to Brazil. Basically, I just want to check the time. Hold on one sec. And then I can take your questions. Yep, I have about 10 minutes, enough time for questions. Any questions? Yep.
I'm a grad student.
Okay.
I want to know if this
Veterinarian? Okay.
I'm in the second year.
Okay, that's the best way it's going to search is by putting in the hotcourses.com. I'll write that down for you. There should be some, but it's a little bit more complicated in the UK because of the nature of the program with veterinary science. Sometimes you need to have the certification in a sense. But yeah, this is the best way to search. Search this. Once you find the university, then you can contact the admissions office. Yeah, and there's my card in case you have any questions. Yeah. Summer school is really difficult for scholarships because the nature of the program is so small and the amounts are smaller. It might be such that a lot of the universities will have programs with other institutions. For example, King's has an exchange program with the University of Sao Paulo, as an example. And it might be that whichever institution you're in, if you're already in a university, ask them, do you have any agreements with any UK universities? Do you have any scholarships that you provide, perhaps, within? I have some scholarship information upstairs, which will have a list of all the scholarships that are offered to Brazilians in general. And it could be that you can email them and ask them, do you offer scholarships at all for the summer students, as an example. But generally, it's a little bit more difficult.
You talked about summer sessions for grad students, for master students.
Yeah.
What are the difference between those summer courses from the undergrad or lesser people in the classes? Or
From the other graduate, you mean?
Or the what is the
masters?
difference? Yes, for master students.
Yeah.
What are the summer courses for?
Basically, the difference between you and another master's degree student that's doing their full year, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. There is no difference. The only difference will be the professor might be different, as in instead of having
time, of course.
Yeah, and they're slightly their teaching is more relaxed. There's a lot more I would say they won't be as hard on you as in a normal year, generally. A lot of, where I was doing undergraduate, a lot of my friends were like, oh, I'm going to go do summer school somewhere else because it's easy, you know? But it is easier, but not when you go to institutions like King's, it's not that easy. It's a very high level. UCL, any of these universities. But there will be no difference. It's just that the course might be slightly shorter, and it'll be a lot more work crammed in. But it's more relaxed, I would say, in the teaching style, the way that the teacher will handle you.
There's any kind of biomedical courses, summer courses for
some institutions will offer it. Some institutions will. We have a really large biomedicine school. The only thing is you have to go basically, unfortunately, from website to website, and you'll see what is available. For example, that's what we have at King's. That's my card. Yeah, you have to go basically from website to website, or find it through the hotcourses.com website, because that'll give you the university, then you can go into it and see the details.
I'm in the third year of engineering, but can I do some course of, business? Does the year matter?
You in your third year?
Yeah.
Okay, when do you finish? December?
No, next year.
Oh, 1 more year? Yeah, generally.
Next or 2000.
Yeah. Do you want credit for it from your institution? Do you want to put it on your transcript?
Yeah.
Basically, you're going to have to ask them, because I don't think they will give you credit for this one reason. That they're generally intermediate courses and introductory. So it might be that you've already done that course, and they'll say, sorry, we're not going to give you credit for, an advanced level course with an intermediate. So that's why you have to look at the course that you specifically want to target. So let's say you have 5 more classes left to graduate. It's 5, let's say economics 1, 2, and 4. They say you have to do economics 4. That's what you have left. If we have economics 4, you can say to the registrar's office, will you take King's economics 4? And they'll say, yes, that's great. Or they'll say, King's only has economics level 2. And, they'll say, no, sorry, you need to go higher. So that's why in your third year, it's difficult.
Yeah, I don't have a large program of business and this kind of. So I'd like to study this abroad because it's just mathematics and physics.
Mathematics, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it might be that you want to do a summer for a postgraduate. Maybe you finish your degree in Brazil and then do a summer for a master's degree, like a summer session, and that'll give you the opportunity to meet the professors even and think of maybe even applying for a master's degree. Whereas I think it's too late when you're in your third year. Yeah, you can do that. Let me give you some general information as well. This is a study abroad. It gives you a general idea of studying abroad as well. Whoever wants any information on either King's or study abroad, that's available here. Any questions? Other questions? We've got some more time to go, so.
You can try to apply with someone else, like a group of students, and everybody's accepted. Can they stay together in accommodation?
You can. When you apply, basically when you apply, one of you will basically contact as an example of King's, it would be an email address to the student welfare office, and you can email them and say, we're a group of 9 students, or when you're accepted, because you don't know if you're all going to be accepted.
Yeah.
So once you're all accepted, you can coordinate and say, these other students, these are the application numbers, all accepted, we want to be all together in the accommodations. They'll forward that to the accommodation office, and we'll make sure you're in the same building and all that. Because, because that's really important.